Well, you know what? Here's the deal. Here's the deal also, man, is I'll be corny again, but I'll be honest and I'll be a man about it.
It's okay.
And I'm going to open up and tell you, because the fact is, it's a tough deal, man, but it's worth it for the boy. It is. It's worth it. It's worth it. I can do it. I'm going to put the pressure on myself. If I can't reach the level that I need, then I'm going to reach the level that I can do. And the unfortunate part in being that guy my entire life, what I was trying to get at was that you push so hard that you never enjoy it. And this time around, I wanted to try to enjoy it because I have someone to enjoy it with. I never enjoyed it by myself because it was a job, because I looked at it a different way, because I wasn't happy when I went there because of the politics or because of this or because of that. Now I'm not, I can't be selfish. I have the opportunity to share with a 10-year-old boy and a wife who's never seen me perform the opportunity to sit on that stage and do it. And the other night I did that. It wasn't planned for me to point him out in the crowd, but that was my opportunity. I could get hit by a bus tomorrow, and I accomplished, and I'm a good father in one respect, in that I sacrificed myself for my family so that they could experience what I have fortunately had the opportunity to experience a number of times.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Now, as a father myself, Bill, and obviously my daughter's only 5, but hearing you say those words, it's amazing, because I feel exactly what you're saying, and to be able to show your child, something they've never seen before, especially out of a son out of his dad. He gets to see his dad be a man, and be this legendary thing that everyone has always told him about. You get a chance to go back and show your son that the little creature you created that is all you. And you get to show him the best version of you ever. I mean, that is just one of the coolest things I've ever heard. I can't wait to see it.
I appreciate it, man. I greatly appreciate your kind words and the best of me ever. But I'm going to be the best of me that I can be where I am right now, and I can guarantee you that. And hopefully that's enough.
Bill,
hopefully that's enough. So
I want to know what were Gage and Wanda's reaction after the other night? Like, what did they say? I mean, how thrilled were they?
Saw it. She started crying on TV.
Yeah, it looked like
he did the dab, and I wanted to cut his head off. But,
I saw him do that on the jet. You guys took to Denver too. He did the dab in the video, and Bill turned around and was like, "What the fuck?"
Here's a good story for you. Here's a good story through my website. The guy that represents the band out of Atlanta that invented, quote unquote, the dab, he wants to know if I want to hook them up with Gage. So it's even worse now.
Oh my God. Are you serious?
I swear to God, you better not.
You didn't tell Gage, did you? Because he'll never forgive you.
I showed him. I showed him. I made him read.
Wait.
I gotta experience that with him, man. It's too funny. So, I'm the guy who
makes his
kid wears baseball helmet in the grocery store because I want to
embarrass. Bill loves embarrassing his kid for sure. Bill, tell us real quick. What is your website? Just BillGoldberg.com?
Yeah, BillGoldberg.com.
And as far as social media,
all that stuff.
As far as social media, Twitter's really the only one that you really you go back and forth with your fans, right?
Oh, Instagram, man. Instagram's turning out to be something different because people like to see stuff, man. Twitter, both. I try to interact as much as I can. Right now, I'm trying to show some training and, just trying to interact with the people and get them an inside look at what's going on. I don't know if what I do is cool. I mean, even though I do some things with you out, at the lagoon, and we take pictures and put them on Periscope, and people seem to like those. So I'll continue to do that. You and Creepy come down, and we'll put some more social media stuff up.
Okay, so for people who don't know, if you aren't already following Bill on Twitter, it's at Goldberg, Goldberg. And on Instagram, it's Goldberg with a number, right? Goldberg 95.
Yeah, Goldberg 95.
Oh, I remembered it by heart. Wow, I must really like you. I don't even know.
We must be friends.
You love me. You don't like me. You love me.
I don't even know my girlfriend's, but I remembered yours.
And Erik Apple would admit that on the air just to show how cool he is.
Not a problem at all. Not a problem at all. Bill, I want to know, let's change the subject a little bit. I want to talk about something I know is so near and dear to your heart. I want to put a smile on your face. Bill, what's your newest car, or what's the next car you're getting?
Please.
Now, just so you know, Ian, I've gotten the fucking tour.
I know, and
I got the tour of the vehicles.
I'm waiting to get the tour.
It's like a 2-hour deal.
Yeah, I was born and raised a car guy, so I'm just, this is in my blood.
Man, I couldn't be selfish, so I bought Wanda an Escalade the other day, a brand new one, and that thing's like a spaceship.
Oh, they're amazing.
Wait, is that the black? I've seen the black one, right?
No.
Another new one?
I kicked that one.
Oh, okay.
She's had that thing. Dude, she's stayed with me so long. That thing had 160,000 miles on it. It was time for her to get a brand new car. So she deserves that putting up with me.
So Bill drives around a 1997 Dodge truck with about 300 billion miles on it.
Hey. No, it's a 99, and there's a company, Atomic Off-Road, that's taking it next week, and they're just completely decking it out from top to bottom so you can kiss my ass.
No, I wasn't making fun of you.
And I'm buying a new Porsche probably next week.
Which one?
What Porsche are you going to fit into? You're not going to fit in a Porsche?
Unfortunately, I think the ugly bulbous one.
What are they going to take?
Panamera?
Are they going to take the front seat out and have you sit in the back like Too Tall Jones did in Police Academy?
I drive my 92 turbo every day. I can fit in the GT3. I can fit in whatever I want. Porsche, here's a good story. I bought a Ferrari in Beverly Hills, and I liked the Porsche, and I couldn't decide. At the end, I bought the Ferrari. 2 days later, the Porsche shows up at my house. Because the guy says, "Oh, just drive it because you might like it." Well, I ended up buying that one too. Remember, and I sold that one to Jesse James. But the Porsche, dude, has a lot of room.
The Porsche it's a way better car.
Well, there's no question. Absolutely,
you can't go wrong with the Porsche. So let's talk about the Jeep that you built over last winter for Wanda. Is that thing still doing great? Tell Ian about the Jeep.
Yeah. It's a 46.5 CJ2A, man. It's a Willys, man. It's bitchin'.
It's a full Willys, like military style Jeep.
Who did it for you? Who did the rebuild?
Did.
Oh, you did.
You're looking at him.
Oh, okay. Because I figured you'd go to Icon or maybe Stewart Off Road or somebody crazy.
I'm not paying $64,000 for an Icon. No.
64. Try 264.
No, just a basic one, man.
Yeah.
It's just, a Land Rover or a Land Cruiser, which is what they really do specialties in. Man, they're badass. But yeah, I had two of those. I had a 70 and a 71, and the real ones, and those things were bitching. And there's no way I'm paying that much money for one of those.
No,
I'll buy an old one and redo it. So that's what I did with this one.
They are amazing cars, but those companies, it's companies like Icon or like Singer for the old school Porsches. They take these things to such an incredible level, like a hand built. They do every single nut and bolt to a whole different level of precision that it's crazy, but it's almost overkill.
I completely appreciate every single thing that they do. SEMA is my second home. I've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah,
I've got 23 cars at the house. I love this stuff. My wife's car is a 650 horsepower LS7, so I in a 70 Trans Am. But at the end of the day, it's tough to rationalize a company that is going to charge you $200,000 for something you're going to go out and take to good guys and drive the dog doo-doo out of, and then come back and it leaks everywhere. I'd rather have something that's bare bones and just go rip it up. I did El Toro, and at 120 miles an hour, I hit the timing tower. And then I bought a new door, and then I took it out and drove the dog crap out of it. That's what they're for.
Yes, exactly.
And I don't want to do that with a $200,000 car. So.
Yeah, you got to try to enjoy them for sure. Bill, I want to change the subject once again. I want to go back to your career as a wrestler and in the NFL. I want to focus on some positive stuff, Bill. I want to know a moment in your NFL career, and then we'll get to wrestling next. I want to know a moment in your NFL career where you had a conscious moment where you thought, like, man, like, I've really made it, or this is awesome, or I love my fucking life.
In the NFL?
Yeah.
And
it could be anywhere from the day you signed.
My first day in the NFL, my first game in the NFL was the America Bowl, and I was very fortunate enough to not get sent home from the America Bowl because I slept through practice the first day because they took me out drinking till 6 o'clock in the morning and then locked me out of my room. But at the end of the day, the coolest moment ever was standing for the national anthem and seeing the Jets fly over in Berlin, even though I'm Jewish and it was where, like Stalin and Hitler made their speeches.
Stalin's Russian.
Well, all I'm saying is, at that time, my brain was like lobotomized, so I didn't know who the hell was talking. I just took the name off of the back of my jersey and I hid. So at the end of the day, that was
how can you hide from anyone?
That was
Go ahead. Let him,
I was one of the smaller guys on that team. But when those Jets flew over and they were playing the national anthem, and I was in an NFL jersey, man, even though I was an 11th round draft pick, it was the coolest NFL moment of my life. I mean, making plays and stuff like that. That's all cool and fine, but that was by far the coolest.
So you had like a conscious, like, man, this is awesome. I'm in the NFL. I'm making good money. I'm representing my country. And there's
no. I didn't say that. I never said that I was making good money.
But you had a conscious moment where you enjoyed
the NFL.
Did you have a conscious moment where you enjoyed what you were doing and thought it was awesome?
No question, absolutely. I was a 0.0005% of the guys that tried out for the NFL.
Okay, now let's have the same question with wrestling. Was there a match? Was there an event in professional wrestling? Sometimes some guys wrestle at WrestleMania and there's 80,000 people and they look around and they see all those people and they say, "Man, I can't believe all these people are here to see me." Or maybe an example is when you beat Hogan. To beat an icon like that, is there a moment you were like, "Man, this is awesome"?
Well, I can't break the story and break the pattern, but it's going to be like every time I've answered this question everywhere else. It has to do with football, but it also was when I beat Hogan. Because at the end of that night, it was in the Georgia Dome in front of 45,000 people. It was advertised 4 days before. And at the end of the night, they handcuffed me to the corner, and out from the curtain come all my teammates from the Falcons. And I was handcuffed in the corner watching all pro football players that I idolized and begged to be on the football field for that, 10 minutes. They were so freaking happy and they wanted to be me and be in my shoes. It wasn't poetic justice because I wasn't wronged a position, but for me, I was at peace at that moment. It wasn't that I thought that I was the man. It's just that, those dudes wanted to do something that I was doing, and those guys were revered so highly in my esteem, that they were gods to me. And whether it was Chuck Smith or Jamal Anderson or, Cornelius Bennett, man, Jesse Tuggle, they just wanted to be me, man. They wanted to be wrestling. You saw Kevin Green when he wrestled, man. He had a great time.
So
it was fun, man.
Well, it puts a smile on my face to hear you happy about something, or you having a good memory, because I know you take stuff. Sometimes you take stuff so seriously that it makes me happy to know that you took a little bit of time to enjoy some stuff, buddy. It's good
to hear you feeling good about everything,
or at least about something.
You know what? I'm not a curmudgeon like that, but that's the problem. That's the problem with holding yourself at such a high standard, man. You're never happy, because if you're happy, you're freaking slowing down. And you know what? The other night, I made a fairly decent return back to the wrestling world. It was a positive in a couple of ways, but you know what? I went to bed, and the next day I got my ass up and I got to training, and I got to eating right, and I got to go into the gym and doing my thing, because that's just one little hurdle, and the next one's coming up quick. So I just got to work, man. You guys know the ethic. You guys can't be professional fighters if you don't have it. And we've got it.
It seems like you
never dies.
It seems like you never have enough time, right? No matter what. Ever. No matter how far ahead you plan your fight, the last week or two, you're like, oh, fuck, I don't have enough time.
Did I do enough? No. God, I never felt like I did enough.
It never changes.
See, but that's the deal with me, is I don't know the time. So, I just got to go. I don't have a set schedule. I just got to go as hard as I can go and use my brain at the same time and try not to get hurt. We haven't even spoken about getting hurt along the way.
Yeah.
You know, I obviously I had my knees done, you know, what was it, 3 months ago. That's not, you know, that sucks. I tried to cut my freaking knee off.
No, what part of your knee did you have work done?
Well, Erik, you can tell him, but I was out in the yard and I was doing some cleanup work with some trees, and I slipped a little bit, and I tried to take my kneecap off of my left knee, and then I drove to the hospital, and they kept me overnight and, you know, stitched that up because I had air in the pocket. And then sitting on the couch for 6 weeks watching that thing heal up, I continually had to put 100% of my weight on my right knee and then blew my meniscus.
Yeah, that's always what happens. You hurt one side, and the other one tries to make up for it, you hurt the other side. So
exactly.
Yeah, then I see Brock Lesnar at a press conference in New York a couple weeks later as I get up and walk for the first time. And, you know, this stuff transpires. The drama starts. So I got so many things against you guys. It is what it is.
Well,
you know?
We know you. If anyone can overcome it, we know it's you, Bill.
I got a good stem cell doctor if you need one. That stuff works miracles.
If he's close, absolutely, man. You know, like I say, King Mo just wants me to go to, you know, it's just, there's, like you said, man, there's no time to do anything. There's just no time. So we will talk, though, for sure, man.
Definitely.
I'm open to any type of recuperative help humanly possible.
Well,
you know, within the bounds of reason.
I'll come to your house and I'll be your little recovery guru.
you'll be the recovery fairy.
Yes, I'll get you. I'll be the recovery. I'll teach you to stretch and to breathe and to ice and all the good stuff.
you and Dallas Page.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, dude,
and DDP.
I'm
actually,
sorry, and I didn't mean that, dude. I love Dallas.
And no,
I love Dallas.
We were.
You had him on your show, right?
No. We were talking. I was talking to him last time I was in Atlanta about doing his actual version of his DDP Yoga. So I've you know, and he's you know, he's an awesome guy. I actually need to text him to try to set all that up.
He's a great guy, man. He texted me right when I got off stage the other night, and he's offered up his services. And you know what? It's like I said, this is a team effort between you guys and Simon Marcus and Jean Ruben and
you
know, and Josh and CT and the strongest dude in the world, for God's sakes. I mean, it's just it's a fun thing, man. And I'm honored that any one of you would want to be a part of my journey. You know, it's really cool. Like I say, we were in Denver and Simon had no place to train. And, you know, Uncle Louie, my buddy who does the social media stuff, he gets on the phone and through his UFC contact gets a hold of Ludwig. And I've always idolized Ludwig because of his Muay Thai background. And so for me, it was a great opportunity to, you know, meet him, have him hold pads for me, go to his gym, have Simon train there, you know, get to see, God, who was there? Matt Brown was there, and then Dillashaw was there. You know, I mean, it's always good to run into you guys, man. Most of you are great guys. You know, for the most part, everyone I've run into is a terrific guy in your business.
Oh, of course.
Most everybody.
And did you get to work with Lauren Landau and all the coaches over there?
I did not, unfortunately. I just worked with Dwayne, and then Dwayne held pads, and then I worked over with Simon, and then I was off, man.
Those guys are awesome.
That for me was, you know, it was a sanity check. It kept me from sitting in my room, you know, twiddling my thumbs, thinking about my first, you know, my first appearance back in 12 years. So I was well aware that, you know, it was much more fun than doing that. Getting kicked and punched, man, is always a pleasure, especially from those guys, because I learned through osmosis with them. So it was a great deal.
Bill, we've been on with you for a little while. I know you got workouts to do, but I do have one more question for you before we let you go and enjoy your night and get some rest. We all know that it's been 12 years since you've been involved with WWE, and you don't necessarily have the best record of going back and forth with the McMahons and WWE. I want to know, how was the reaction from the other wrestlers? Was everyone very welcoming and very cool and very nice to see you, and including the staff and everybody at WWE?
Oh, I statement. That was a true statement. Yes, it was great. It was, you don't know, man, especially with the tumultuous background that we have together.
That's
and
what
you
I
don't
meant.
know with the new generation of guys there, and you don't know who's still there from when you were there, and it was a bad time or a good time. And at the end of the day, the McMahons are there, and they run it. And I gave him a big embrace when we came back in the curtain because he gave me the opportunity. If it wasn't for him, then I couldn't have done what I did. So the crap's been washed under the bridge. And like I said, man, I'm a different guy, and he gave me the opportunity to do this for my kid. And that's somebody giving you the opportunity to be a superhero. And that alone is a very commendable thing. No matter what the motive, it doesn't matter because that's what I was able to obtain from it. And like I say, if I get hit by a truck tomorrow, then hey, man, I
poor
accomplished
truck.
a lot, dude.
The poor
That
truck.
poor truck, no doubt, man. As long as I'm not looking at it.
Well, yeah, don't make it ugly. Okay, Bill, we absolutely adore you. We love you, and I just hope that when you get the call, I want to come with you and Wanda and Gage, or meet you there. I just want to be there. Either way,
we'll come out there as a team, me and Apple, and then we'll bring Oldie Han with us, and we'll meet you out there. It'll be a good time.
Man, it's just I'd be honored if you'd even consider watching it, man. So I appreciate it very much, guys. It's been a fun night, and I got to go pound some weights and sling a rope around for a while. So,
okay,
and I don't mean a jump rope because I don't do that stuff, man. That's for guys that are like 155.
Yeah, that's for guys my size.
Well, give that wife and kid a hug for me, and thank you so much, Bill Goldberg, for joining us.
Love you, buddy.
You got it, guys. Love you too, man. Thank you very much, and I'm out.
You're the man. Talk soon.
See ya.